Good morning, friends. Welcome to your channel ABC Health. I'm your host and your friend Nishan in this new episode. This time, we are going to talk about how to motivate yourself on exercising when that's the last thing you want to do. That the hardest thing about exercising is to start, and that certainly has been my experience. But I can tell you that once you start doing exercise regularly, the hardest thing about exercising is also to stop it once you're in the habit of it. We are living in unprecedented times. It's a health crisis, COVID, which makes it even harder for us to motivate ourselves to go out and exercise because there are often a lot of challenges that sometimes we cannot go out due to restrictions, and we got to stick to home. Now, there have been some reports from the American Heart Association and Mayo Clinic that have shown that overall general population has tended to increase weight or put on weight, and not only people have started eating more when they are staying indoors, but also exercising less because of restrictions to be able to go out. There has been a study also by WebMD in about 1,000 people that showed that on an average people gained about 4 kgs weight in a month within a month of COVID. And about 47% women and 22% men said that they actually increased their body weight. And 72%, which is 3 out of 4 people, reported that there was a lack of exercise as one of the main reasons behind this. Friends, one of the biggest challenges for working from home or exercising from home is to motivate yourself while you are indoors, because typically we associate exercise with being outdoors. Now, I'll give you a few tips in terms of how you can keep going while you are still in the lockdown or staying at home. So, the first and most important thing is that you need to create your own space for your workout or for your exercise, so that's a reminder that that's where you need to go every day. Typically this could be in your bedroom, or it could be in one of the living rooms or one of the study areas, whatever works for you. For me, I think the best thing that works is I have it in front of my TV, so I can just watch my TV, or whatever I like, some music, and work out at the same time. And at the same time, as you can see, I've just created a small corner where I've kept all my equipment, which is good time for me to be with family, watching the TV and working out at the same time. The next important thing is to incorporate some sort of technology in your exercise. That's one of the good ways of working out at home. So this technology could be anything ranging from like a smartwatch, which would be really helpful for you to track your exercise, track your steps. These things also give you reminders that there is now time that you need to start exercising, so that you fall in a good routine. The other thing about technology is that if you're using apps, and there are plenty of them available on your phone, you can kind of just follow someone that you really enjoy doing. You can choose your level of exercise. So, and it also gives you a lot of variety to perform different types of exercises. And most importantly, this is something that will help you fall in a routine of being able to exercise at home. If you're someone like me, then you don't need anyone to exercise along with you. You can keep yourself motivated. But there are some people that cannot do that, and they often need company or someone to push them to be able to exercise, especially if you're doing it from home. In this case, I would suggest that make sure that you have someone who exercises with you daily. It could be one of your friends, it could be one of your family members, it could be your kids. You can also have WhatsApp groups and make sure that you keep sending each other's videos and keep sending each other challenges, so that keeps pushing you. At the same time, this is a really good way to connect with friends and family. And the most important benefit of this is that you will make sure that you stick to your exercise routine even when you're at home. The most important hurdle in starting an exercise routine is time. Now, we often challenge ourselves that we don't have enough time to exercise. I must tell you that this is not a time management issue. Rather, this is a mind management issue. Because if you do your calculations correct, you'll find that in a day you have 1440 minutes. Now, if you have to exercise 30 minutes regularly every day, that's the kind of goal that you should look for. That amounts to only 2% of your day. It's almost as much as having a shower and just brushing your teeth and just getting organized. Now the key thing here is, how do you look at these 30 minutes? Do you look at 30 minutes as a separate dedicated time? I do that way, which works for me, and I'm able to take time out in that way. But for some other people, it might not work. So that really doesn't matter, because you can divide the 30 minutes whichever way you want. You can have like 3 sessions of 10 minutes each. You can just have like a weight session of 10 minutes whenever you get time during the day, or you can have like a 10-minute walk to complement that, and you can have a 10-minute dancing session. So if that works out your way, I'm pretty sure 10 minutes 3 times a day, that's not a hard ask. Other way you can do is just have a 20-minute and a 10-minute session, or you can have 6 5-minute sessions. So research shows that it really doesn't matter how you do that 30 minutes, as long as you finish that 30 minutes in a day. Often the biggest problem that we have is to get up in the morning and get out of bed. Now that is something that you really need to train your mind. This is a psychological thing. What I do is, I often think that I'm not a lazy person. So we often make excuses that I'm just too lazy to get out of bed. But is that a valid excuse? Not really. You can think of yourself as someone who is energetic, positive, wants to do well in life and wants to keep healthy, rather than thinking about yourself as being lazy, because that's how you sort of train your mind to be positive rather than being negative. One of the ways we try and motivate ourselves to exercise often is to reduce body weight, or to become thinner, or to lose fat. Now that could be a good goal in the short term, just to sort of start going, but honestly I feel that that's not something that will keep you motivated for a long period of time, because often we associate exercise with something that is like a burden that I need to do to be able to reduce weight, and sometimes we don't reach the goal that we are wanting to in the time that we have, because by human nature we are generally impatient. Which makes us sort of go down and feel demotivated, and that's when you actually stop exercising altogether. So think about exercise as not something that will help you improve your body, but think about exercise as something that is fun and something that will keep you healthy over a long time. So think about exercise like something which is that you need to do every day, something like brushing your teeth or having a shower or something like that, which is just kind of important and routine. One of the issues in keeping yourself motivated about exercising is that sometimes you feel that exercise is something that is a burden on us, which I think is not the best approach. The best approach probably is to think of exercise as something that is fun, something that you enjoy doing, and make it an experience for yourself. That's when you really stick to it for a long period of time. That's surely been my experience. Now this could be anything, because fun could mean different things for different people. Like for me, I think I like music. So when I exercise, I make sure I put my favorite music on. So this is one time during the day where I listen to, like 30-45 minutes that I'm doing exercise. I listen to my music, and it's not an exercise time for me. It's more of a music time, and exercise just happens while I listen to the music. Same thing can happen when you're watching your favorite TV show every day, or you can think about your favorite dance show. And when you watch that every day at the same time, you don't think about exercise. You're thinking about, okay, I just need to watch that. I'm just waiting for that TV show. And while that happens, you can just exercise along. So that makes exercise a much more fun, something that you look forward to during the day, and make sure that you kind of stick to the routine every day. Often you will find that once you start exercising, it becomes a bit boring, especially if you follow the same routine every day. Like what happened to me, I started walking and jogging, and I found that after some time I just got bored. So it's important to keep mixing your exercises, and there's a whole lot of exercises that you can do. So starting from you've got stuff like skipping ropes, or you can use weights, or you can just do Pilates or yoga, or you can do stuff like dancing. Just put some dance on the TV and keep dancing. So these sort of things will keep your interest going and make it more of fun rather than just a normal routine. So what I did, for example, was when I made sure that I walked for the first 1 month, I got myself a pair of runners. When I made sure that I kept walking for 3 months, that's when I got myself the smartwatch. So, reward could be anything for you, whatever you feel that is something worth achieving. Make sure that you try and keep a goal, and once you achieve that goal, you reward yourself to be able to do that on a consistent basis, and that keeps you motivated for a long period of time. I hope in this video I've given you some useful tips that I found myself useful to be able to stick to your exercise routine and to motivate yourself to exercise if you're not doing it already. If you have liked this video so far, please do like it and subscribe the video, and also pass it on to your friends and family so that they can get this benefit as well.